Welcome back to Let's Replay Neverwinter 2 Mask of the Betrayer. This is Big Los. We are in the Academy of Shapers and Binders in Thay, on the Thaymount. We are on the bottom level where the instructor's quarters are. We're going to explore some of these rooms that we haven't gone in yet, especially this one. This is Master Inarus' suite. We're going to open up and go inside. There's a couple things of interest here. There's one bookcase and a locked chest, so we're going to have to talk to one of many to switch him back, or her, or it, back to the child. I want you to change the child. Alright. Now you unlock this chest, and this chest is definitely trapped, so we're going to turn on search mode. So let's examine the trap. Get a good idea of the DC to beat. So your modifier is 32. The DC is 38, so we're going to have to roll high just to disarm it, and recovery is impossible. And we roll a 13, which gives us a 25, and the DC was actually 45. The DC is 45, so we just made it. And we got 225 XP for that. Very good. And we get a soul housing. And we can actually get 2 of these on this level, and we can use those to barter with the pit demons for Homanjiro's soul. However,
you have need of me?
We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing an alternate method. And this is Power Word Petrify. We'll give that to Safiya. In fact, you know what? Let's put some of these gems in there. We're not going to need them really. These things can go up there. The bolts. And I think we can give some of these spells to our other party members just to free up some space here. Very good. Okay. Now let's check on this bookcase. And we get a scroll of banishment. I guess we'll also give that to Safiya. Oh yeah, we need to take you out of search mode.
You have need of me?
Now there's a clue here. You can see that there is definitely something arch-shaped behind this bookcase that is not present over here. So we're gonna bash this thing and see what's behind it. It's a doorway. It's actually a doorway to the room that Inarus didn't want us to go into on the condition of him giving us the skeleton key ring. However, we're gonna go in anyway and see just what his secret is. Oh my goodness, it looks like a torture chamber with bodies of young women strewn about. Buckets of blood, heads on pikes, stretch racks, demonic altars. What goes on in here? And this guy used Dimension Door. Why can't I get Dimension Door? Why didn't they include that in this game? Welcome.
The waking is done here.
Alright. Well, I need to turn off party AI mode because I don't want everybody just wailing on this guy. I want to... Oh, you got a critical hit. I want to get this guy down to near death so we can devour his soul. Janik, let's see if you can put the fear on him.
Process to Bokor.
Okay, one of many. Don't attack him anymore. You don't attack either. Alright, everybody, let's get out of here.
Oh, I don't know any profanity. How embarrassing.
Okay, Gann managed to save, and Kaylin managed to save, and Master Inarus got the fear. That means
to the abyss with you.
He won't be casting any spells anymore, so let's go attack him. Janik.
Enemies have fallen upon us.
Alright, Kaylin. I guess you're gonna have to attack him too, because Janik can't land a hit. Janik, you're batting 0-0-0. Oh, critical hit. See, that's the problem. We either do no damage or too much damage. There we go.
Enemies have fallen upon us.
Thanks, Caitlin. We don't need your services anymore, Janik. Just devour his soul, will you? And we get count it, 2 Brilliant Spirit Essences out of it. We get 508 XP just for killing him, and we get 2,000 extra XP for updating the journal. Let's turn on Party AI mode again. Over here we have nearly 9,400 gold pieces, and the Binder's Robes, which gives you +8 to armor, an extra level 7 spell, and the use of Polymorph Self twice per day. I'm sure we could get a lot
I cannot travel quickly carrying all this.
We'll throw that in the bag of holding. And I guess we'll explore this room a little bit, since we didn't get to before Inarus jumped in. So there is a chest in the back here. And we get a little bit over 7,700 gold pieces. We'll take that. So let's explore another room, shall we? Since we're down here. By the way, these stairs lead directly to Nephris' tower. So it's a good shortcut. But we're not going to take it just yet. Instead, we're going to go in here. And in here is a vase, a mirror, and this mirror is actually a red herring, and a footlocker. Oh, looks like Safiya gained a level. Well, before we level her up, we'll have one of many take care of this trapped vase. Examine it first, just so we can get a sense of its DC. So the disarming DC would be 40, so I think we'd need to roll an 8 or better. So we have a better than 50% chance of disabling this device. We'd have to roll really high to recover it. We'd have to roll an 18. Alright, so we got 200 XP. Disabling that. Inside is another soul housing.
Yes.
And we could use both of these soul housings to barter with the pit fiends, but like I said, we're going to do an alternate method. A method that was put in with the Storm of Zahir makeover mod. Inside this footlocker is a war mace called the Null Grip. It's +8, it has 1d12 massive criticals, and +2 vampiric regeneration.
I cannot travel quickly carrying all this.
All of which means we can get a fairly high price for it when we sell it. Moving along, we're going to go into this room over here. We just kind of went in and out in the last episode. We didn't really check it with a fine-tooth comb, so we're going to go in. Now these doors here, and over there are locked with the same key. And we don't have that key, and there's no way to pick the locks on it, so we're just going to have to come back once we find that key. Inside this chest are stout golem legs. They give you immunity to knockdown and critical hits. Personally, I like the swift golem legs better, and we're going to be using that once we build our golem. But we're just going to take it for right now.
Yes.
Safiya, you give those swift
You
golem
have
legs
need of me?
back to Janik. We'll throw those into the inventory. And there is a bunch of scrolls over here. Or there are a bunch of scrolls over here. One of them is Gate, the other is Dismissal, and a third is Silence. And Janik, you can actually cast Silence because your use magic device is so high. So the 2 arcane spells we'll give to Safiya. She'll hold on to them. In fact, Silence I guess we can give to Caitlin.
Yes?
I think now would be a good time to level you up. So I guess we'll give you another Arcane Scholar of Candlekeep level. With these 9 skill points, we'll improve concentration. Craft Alchemy, we'll put 2 ranks into Craft Armor, which you use up 4 skill points. 1 rank into craft weapon, use up 2 more, and our last skill point will go into spellcraft. And we do get a feat. Since your spellcraft is now 30, you have access to Epic Gate and Hellball, and I think we'll take Hellball. There's another epic feat that, or an epic spell that you can get that hasn't shown itself yet. And I'm wondering what your spellcraft has to be before you're able to qualify for it. It's a good defensive buff, actually. It's like entropic something, and I think it gives you like a whole bunch of damage reduction. But it only lasts for 4 minutes, just like the others. But if that becomes available, I would like to pick it.
Yes.
I know about this because I did this episode a little bit earlier. And once I played it, I realized that my microphone switch was turned off, so now I have to do the whole thing over again. Now my girlfriend suggested that I just kind of do the voiceover, you know, separate from doing it live like I've been doing for the last couple of years, and I'm like, nah, if I'm gonna do my voice, I might as well just do it live, so I'm just redoing this episode one more time. Inside this room, we have some gnolls. They're actually called Academy Elite Guards. Since we have our uses of Devour back, we're going to go in and devour one of their souls and kill the rest. Oh, here's one who's barely injured. I wonder what happened to him. Yeah, he's going to his rage. Oh, that one's near death. Let's see if we can devour his soul. Alright, we got a volatile essence out of it. And the timer hasn't come back, so maybe we could do it again. We might get lucky.
City of Judgment you go.
Oh, and we got knocked down, too. Badly wounded. This should be the next one to go.
The waking world is done with you.
You near death yet? No? No, now you're near death. Well, that one is. Can we do it again? We can! What does it say? Invalid target now? Because, yep. Because he died. Oh, there goes another one. Alright, he's near death, so let's devour his soul, and I'm going to turn off party AI mode and tell everybody to back off. This guy is mine.
I shall do so.
Nice, we got another volatile essence out of it. And the timer still hasn't come back. That's interesting. Some type of weird bug that's going on. What do we have in here? An armoire with the kitten slippers. Gives +6 to dex, freedom of movement, +16 to move silently. Allows you to do haste 4 times per day and power word petrify once per day. I don't think anybody can benefit from that, so we will be selling them, and they will undoubtedly bring a rather high price. So we might have to rest if my uses of Devour get down to 0. Alright, this is Safiya's room.
And here's my room. Pardon the mess. These creatures are all my creations. They keep me company when the other red wizards grow tiresome. That is to say, much of the time.
Right. Well, your room is a pigsty. You got unanimated homunculi and golems all over the place, including a blade spider. Now we can wander around here, and here is a golem head. You grab it. It's the Scorching Gaze golem head. That will be very useful. And over here is the galvanized golem torso. This is also useful. In fact, it's more useful than the weather-resistant golem torso that we grabbed back in this game. So let's throw these all into the bag of holding. And these mirrors right here, we're going to want to turn them about 180 degrees. Both of them. There we go. That will be useful later. And we want to turn this one 90 degrees. There we go. And I believe this one we want to turn 90 degrees. There we go. That way it will accept a light beam coming out of this door. Send it 90 degrees this way to Safiya's room, where it will make a U-turn by these mirrors, come back, hit this mirror, and then go down this hall. But we're not going to worry about that until we get the key to this door. Now the key to that door and to the other doors in the back that I mentioned earlier is in Inarus' tower. We're going to have to find it. But before we do that, why don't we engage in some ultimate golem fighting? Actually, I think I went too far. Now if we go and talk to Master Porset, we'll have a dialogue option about Amanjaro. Oh, hello there. An acquaintance of mine has had his soul removed. Would you know how I could recover it? I'm sorry, my area of research is the crafting of souls, not the reinfusion of them. Perhaps you should speak with Master Jaffe about it. So, that's a clue. We'll take it. In fact, we'll probably go talk to him right now about it. But before we do that, since we're right here, let's drop off this promissory note. That way we'll be able to check out another soul if we want to, but I'm guessing we probably won't have to. Actually, I don't know, we might for Inarus' door. It's been a long time since I did this. Alright, an instructor gave me this note so I can check out souls again. This is acceptable. One of your checkouts is now forgiven. Farewell. Also, I believe you have to fuse 2 souls that you find in here to trade that to one of the pit fiends in order to get the marked soul. And here's... oh, no, that's Zuzura. Zuzura, however you pronounce that. Looks like it's the same conversation as before. Alright, Master Jaffe. What can I do for my brightest pupil and her associates? An acquaintance of mine has had his soul removed. Would you know how I could recover it? That is unsettling. Not my area of study, really, but I know a bit. Say you have the soul and you want to reinfuse it with the body? No, not exactly. And what part is inexact? I don't have the soul. It is being held by someone else. Ah, I see. I can imagine by whom. Or what, really. And you do not wish to barter for it. The cost is too high and is not negotiable. I need another way. The main problem, then, is to somehow acquire the soul yourself. There may be a way to do that. Go on. The ancients experimented in the area of soul attraction and theorized that certain flawless gemstones could be attuned to attract the house soul. Oh, attract and house souls. See, this is how weird English is. It's spelled the same way, but it's pronounced differently depending on the context. Much like an Eun stone houses magical energies. Flawless diamonds and rubies were the gems of choice. A diamond, you see, can be used to store a single soul-infused memory. Combining a number of soul-infused memories into a single flawless ruby can attune it to a specific soul and attract it when in physical proximity. Is this something you can do? Me? No, of course not. This is ancient legend, really. There was once a tome titled The Well of Souls. That sounds like something from the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Well of Lost Souls that contain information on the right that creates a soul-attuned ruby. But that tome was lost long ago. Just wasn't practical, you see. In order to do research in this area, you would need access to soul-infused memories. Without the soul, one cannot access them. Very little research was done because of these limitations. There was one researcher, Zelaznin the Wise. He theorized one could harvest the memories from shades in the plane of shadow. He spent long years in the shadow plane studying this. He is now known as Zelaznin the Mad. I'm afraid there isn't anything more I know. Are you certain you will not barter for your friend's soul? I am certain I will not barter for the soul. I will help you then. Take these 3 diamonds and this ruby. They will be needed for the soul attunement ritual. I did not expect such generosity. For the companion of my favorite student, this is a small gesture. Such gems are of little value to me. And you will find these gems will remain in your possession until their purpose is served. I would hate for you to lose one. You will need to find the lost tome, the Well of Souls. I cannot guess where it might be. It is said that sometime before Kelivor became the god of the dead, or became the god of death, the tome was stolen from us by a priest of Merkel. Perhaps he has it still. To retrieve the soul-infused memories of your friend, you will need to follow the path of Zelaznin the Mad into the plane of shadow. Speak with those who hold more intimate knowledge of the Shadow Realm. Perhaps the witches of Molcentir. Ah, our next clue. Once you have used the diamonds to capture 3 soul memories and have recovered the lost tome, return and speak with Portset. He is a visiting scholar here, and is the only one with the skill and the arrogance to attempt the soul attunement ritual. You should have no trouble convincing him to make the attempt. Alright. So now we are well on our way to going into that extra module. Let's see how much time has passed. About 23 minutes. I believe we may have enough time to do some golem fighting. Why not? Alright. So this is our Tesh. And before we speak with him, we're going to go to the golem crafting station.
Golems. I was always curious how such things were made.
Well, we're going to see how they're unmade. But yeah, we are going to make one. So, in this station is the Hammer of Golem Craft. We're going to grab it. And then we're going to open up the bag of holding. And we're going to take out the golem pieces that we're going to use. So the ones that we're going to use are not that. We're going to use the Swift Golem legs. Let's go down the bottom. We're going to use the Scorching Gaze Golem head, the Galvanized Golem torso, and where's the Shocking Golem arms? There they are. We also need... We're going to need a Spirit Essence. Now, the stronger Spirit Essence that you put in, the stronger your Golem is going to be. So let's split this. Pristine essence, don't worry, we'll get it back. Unless your golem is destroyed, then you won't get anything back. Which is why you have to make sure it's the strongest that you can make it in the first place. Which is why we're using the pristine essence and these particular pieces. Once all 5 of these ingredients are on the table, we're going to use the hammer of golem craft on it. And a new golem is created. We talk to it. Your golem stands ready to do battle. We're going to name him. Instead of the default name of golem, I'll call him Mechanicles. Bonus points if you know where that's from. Let's talk to him again. We have a choice here. Safiya. Is there anything you can do to make this golem more effective? Since we have such a high influence with her, at 83, I believe, she says, certainly, some of the enchantments I used to animate Kaji might work on this golem. Give me a moment and I'll see what I can do. So I think the higher influence that you have, the higher she will make this golem's EC. Which is why I wanted to do this first before I talk to Artesh, because we're going to lose a ton of influence. All finished. The golem should be a little more resilient now. Actually, it's a lot more resilient. Now, before we do anything else, let's have Gann cast some buffs on it. We're going to cast energy immunity to acid. This lasts for 24 hours, so we don't really have to worry too much about it. We're going to do Stone Skin, which is duplicated by the torso, but it also absorbs up to 100 points of damage over the damage reduction. And we're going to increase its AC with some Spider Skin.
Yes.
Let's see if there's any other buffs that we can put on. No, I think we used up all the buffs. Alright.
Yes.
Now we can go talk to Mr. Artesh over here. Come to enjoy the festivities? Absolutely. A few of our teachers died in a coup, supporters of the headmistress. The supervisor of the Golem lab just so happened to be one of them. A terrible shame. Mistress Rahima was a strong and capable wizard. I'm glad she stood up for my mother, but her death is a loss to the academy. And here we are, with all of these spare golems Nephris brought us, and no instructors to put them to good educational use. Shame, really. Mistress Rahima always said that the best way to learn about something was to examine its insides, so I got to thinking, you could sure see the insides of these golems faster if we made them smash each other open in single combat. So now we build golems and they destroy each other, and I make money on the side by taking wagers. What an unbelievable waste of school resources. Please, stop. I'm blushing. I'm trying to find out some information about the headmistress. The former headmistress, you mean? Not much left to find out, except maybe the number of pieces her body burst into when Armand wasted her. Wouldn't you agree, former Mistress Safiya? You revolting troll system will tear your organs out one by one and petrify your tears as you beg for death. Haha, good one, kid. And we lose 35 points of influence with her. What? Wipe that smile off your face. That's my mother he's talking about. You thoughtless little... I should flay the both of you. Yeah, good luck with that. Not bad, huh? It just came to me. Anyway, I wouldn't know anything else about it. It all happened in the tower. You're not allowed up there. What I do know is making money. Well, what I do know about is making money. And I bet I can make some for you. Interested? What do you mean by that? You just said this. So did you, and you said that too. Yes. Can I get in on the action? I thought you'd never ask. You sure can. Build up a golem of your own, and you're welcome to enter it in the competition. Just come talk to me when you've got a golem built. and I'll set you up with the match for a reasonable fee. It'd be unreasonable, but I make a lot more money by fixing side bets. What do I need to do to build a golem of my own? There's a workbench back in the corner there with an extra hammer. It's custom made for golem craft. If you want to bring a bunch of spare parts over to that table, you could assemble a golem there. The golem requires a head, torso, arms, and legs naturally, but also needs the essence of a spirit to power it. Put those 5 components together, you've got yourself a golem. Any of the junk around here is fair game if you want to use it, but you might be better off hunting up better golem parts if you want to contend for the championship. Alright, so farewell. Now we have to talk to him again. Look who's back! I have a golem and I want to compete. Glad to hear it, friend. Let me think about who I can match you up with. Well, you have to start from the bottom. That means you'll be up against Hollow Hamadi. Not a very powerful golem, but it can take a punch or two. Entry fee is 2,000 gold. A win nets you an additional 2,000. You ready to fight? Yes, start the fight. This shouldn't take very long. Hollow Hamadi is really no match for our golem. Is actually taking longer than I thought, but battle's over. It's won. Now we could get our money, or we can get it later. Look who's back. I have a golem and I want to compete. Glad to hear it, friend. Let me think about who I can match you up with. You're on your way up, so let's get you a more worthy opponent. The bearded assassin should be an excellent match for you. Quick and deadly. Hope your golem is accurate with his strikes, or it's done for. Entry fee is 5,000 gold. Still interested? Yes, let's start the fight. Alright, so our golem is up against another which looks quite similar. They actually look like Babylonian warriors. Now let's go move this crate. Inside is a belt. It's the constructor girl. This battle's nearly over. Alright. Look who's back. I have a golem and I want to compete. Actually, no. I want to check to see if it's been damaged. No, it hasn't. I have a golem and I want to compete. I have golem. We'll fight. Glad to hear it, friend. Let me think about who I can match you up with. You haven't fought Poroset Jr. yet. I see. No relation to Master Poroset. The girl who built it just thought it would be funny. Poroset Jr. hits hard. Better make sure your golem can take it. Costs 8,000 gold. How about it? Yes, let's start the fight. Okay, so they're going at it. Poroset Jr. is already injured. Golem is not. So let's take a look at this construct girl. It's a belt. Gives you a penalty of 6 to your dex and makes you 50% more vulnerable to bludgeoning. But you have the advantage of gaining 12 points of your strength and immunity to both paralysis and sneak attacks. Oh, this battle's nearly over too. Let's throw this into the bag of holding. Okay. Our golem is still uninjured. Well, look who's back. Have golem, we'll fight. Glad to hear it, friend. Think about who I can match you up with. You know, you did well that last fight. People are taking notice. The builder of Deathblade challenged you, in fact. If you're up for it. Deathblade's a real nasty customer. Some exotic killing machine from some ancient empire. His owner dips that blade of his in acid before every fight. Punches through most golems like they're tin. Cost us 10,000. You sure you want to go through with the fight? Yes, let's start at the fight. This one actually doesn't take long at all. He already starts out injured. I believe that's the shortest one yet. How are we doing? Uninjured. Alright, I think we're ready for the next battle. Look who's back. Have Golem and we'll fight. Glad to hear it, friend. Let me think about who I could match you up with. Only one Golem you haven't beaten yet. That's the Maiden. Well, it's the only Golem you haven't beaten that hasn't been obliterated by the Maiden. Don't have any advice on this one, except if you want to make money on this, you should probably bet on the Maiden. Not that I'd take it. The Maiden's a real mean customer. Almost turned on our owner, even. Took a lot of conditioning with some pretty severe electricity spills to get her back in line. Will cost 25,000 gold enter. Ready? Hold on. Let's make it more interesting. How about a side bet? Hey, I'm always in favor of making it interesting. What did you have in mind? I want your soul. You and everyone else. It's going to cost you. And I don't want your soul for it. Not making that mistake again. I want something I know is in good condition. Like, I don't know, gold maybe? Let's say 100,000. I like my soul. You're on. Deal. Easiest money I ever made. Ready for the fight? Yes, let's start the fight. Alright, this is actually the hardest one. It's not only is it going to cost us 100,000, it costs us 25,000. The Maiden breathes gas, and it's acid, but Mechanicles is immune to it. So this battle is probably going to take a while, so let's go around and talk to all the other red wizards. Watch out for Deathblade, he's got a poison blade, hence the name, I guess. Yep, we already found out about him. 10,000 gold on the Maiden. Looks like we're going to lose it. This is so much fun. I wish our instructor died in the coup every day. It's best to stay outside the cage. We've already had some flying golem part injuries. Alright, so out here, we can get just a regular golem head. We don't need it, so we're just going to leave it. And then there's a door back here. I think it's a supply closet. Inside are some more golem pieces. I think some legs and a torso. But they are not enchanted, so they really won't help. Oh, looks like our golem has taken some damage. A little bit, but the Maiden isn't faring much better. Okay, so the Maiden is badly wounded. Mechanicles is just injured. Looks like the only things that are causing a lot of damage is the scorching rain. Okay, now it's near death. Too bad we can't devour its soul. I don't think we can devour the soul of anything around here. Oh, there's another golem part over here. Well, looks like you got knocked down. Oh yeah, this battle's almost over. One more scorching gaze ought to do it. Too bad we can't take control and just have it do it. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we got 1,000 XP for building and training a champion prize fighting golem. Look who's back. I have a golem and I want to compete. Well, that's unfortunate, friend, because you already beat all the other golems. Too bad you can't put your golem out to stud. That would be an interesting senior project. Look who's back. I want to collect my winnings. Alright, here's your gold. Congratulations. So we got 200,000 gold pieces. I also want the soul you owe me. That old thing? Oh, I thought we were just kidding around. You don't want it anyway. It's dirty and broken. Plus, I don't even have it anymore. I lost it in a bet, you know? You made the bet. You are obligated to give it to me, like it or not. That shifts us 1 point towards lawful, which is what we want to do. It's alright. I'll do it. I've done it before anyway. Homework assignment. It doesn't hurt as much as... well, I can't think of anything, but I'm sure there's something. Look away for a second. This won't be pretty. Artesh looks up at you. The mischievous luster in his eyes no longer present. All the color drained from his face. Silently, he hands you the casing into which he transferred his soul. As you take it, he staggers to the door, his feet dragging, his head bowed. I wonder if we can sell these to the pit fiends. How much will it give us for these souls? Alright, well, we are kind of running up on time for this episode. Done a lot. We've won the contest over here. Now we should probably go up to Nephris' tower. There's a student here whom we've petrified. And we could just devour his soul now. So I'm going to turn off party AI mode.
It was a mistake to challenge me.
I'm just going to beat the crap out of him until he's near death. Well, looks like he's diseased. Almost there. Alright, near death. Devour soul, please. Alright, so we got another brilliant spirit essence out of it. And 165 XP, and the timer's back. We got over 700 gold pieces. Very good. Alright. So we're going to head over this way. Here's another room we have to explore. But first, we are going to go over here, which will take us to the headmistress's tower. But before we do that, I guess we'll end the episode. Will we find clues as to how to get to Merkel in the tower? And what about Almanjero's soul? And what about that extra content from the Storm of Zahir makeover mod? Find out next time. This is Big Low signing off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And Tango Bindia.